Okay, so we all know when we all always do talk about how many rhythms do we have, talking about general, right? How much do you have to understand them, to study them, so you know how to the movements you're going to use, the technique you're going to use, and how to identify it, right? Okay, but we usually don't speak about when the things happens, problems, and with live band, or when they change, or they don't know songs, or they don't know rhythms, and this happens a lot. But our focus today is going to be on Khaliji, but this can happen, and it is happen, okay? And I know, because it happens with me so many times, all right? So this is what we're going to talk about. What to do in this case. Do the musicians know all the rhythms? Now, switching to Khaliji, to golf rhythms, to golf music. And I'm not talking about only in Brazil, but I'm talking about in all countries, because this is not only in Brazil, all right? So we always talk about belly dancers has to do this or that, belly dancers has to study, belly dancers, but we actually never talk about the musicians. Do they know, all of them knows everything because they are Arabic? Reminding you that today we don't have only Arabic musicians, we have so many foreign musicians. I have Brazilian musicians, and they play such good as the Arabic one, or even more, even better with some of the players, Arabis. We go straight to golf rhythms and Khaliji stuff and the musicians. For me, I'm going to try to put for you is an easy way. So as the semi-belly dancer, we have to have accessories, all right? We have to spend with, especially as more professional we have. And then we have gigs, we have shows. Then we have to have better costumes, right? Shoes, right? The musicians theoretically talking about, supposedly, they are supposed to be the same. They are supposed to study, to know better, to do their own training, to do workshops as well. You understand? To get better instruments, because as much new especially for example keyboard, for example, right? Because this is what the most have. It's going to be a main show or a main show with the tabla player, even if they don't have band. Not all musicians will know how to play with the belly dancer, because it's different. Some musician, it can be very professional, and it can play with a famous song, like a famous singer, with a band. But then he comes and he's going to play for me and for you. He's going to get lost some way, because belly dancers' show are different than singers' show. And if they are alone, it's different than when they are with a main show, or if they have three together, or if they have a band, or you understand? So they have to get to know as well. And also when they get paid, it's because of course, their experiences, and as well because, for example, you cannot compare a keyboard, the price, the value when a person is going to buy a keyboard, it's very different from a tabla player. So the payment is supposedly different. One of the reasons is this one that I'm saying. But some musicians, they are not professional at all. Like, they are not professional. They decide to be musicians because it's easier, or because they saw like there are a big market, as some teachers, and even Arabic, we have some teachers that they don't know anything at all. So understand that also this exists, all right? And like everywhere. Okay, so if you get one keyboard, for example, today in 2022, you cannot compare with a keyboard, even the same branch, from 20, 30 years ago. You understand what I mean? The sound is going to be different. It's going to have more rhythms, more melodies. Even they can add discs with music, and they can do many things. But some musicians, they just stop on time. They, get there, they know stand music, and always the same. They don't want to do training. In Arabic country, this is a bit different, because Arabic country, if they stop like this, they will not get much work, because, Arabic country, they have always the new songs. So one way or another, they have to try to get a bit better. All right. And the instruments, it's like our accessories, our costumes, our everything that we have. They should do it as well. But unfortunately, this doesn't happen, especially when it's not Arabic country or whatever. It's even they are Arabic in any country. Most of them, many of them, they just don't care. Okay? It's like, you're not Arabic, so you will not understand for what I'm going to do all this. But I'm not saying that they are all like this. But they have many. We have many, and I saw many. I worked with many. We are going to talk about the Khaliji music. 20 years ago, we didn't have much about Khaliji, right? I was 22, I was living, working there. I've been there working as a professional belly dancer for almost 22 years. All right, and most of the Arabic country, and most of in Dubai. But I've been working in Morocco. I've worked in Tunisia, Jordan, Lebanon, Bahrain, Syria. I'm forgetting. There is more, but I just forgot now. All right, so so this is for a belly dancer, and this is for the musician. So you, belly dancer, when you go to the stage today and you're going to do 20 years ago steps that today you know that are not Khaliji, you stop on time, right? So you should go on to develop your dance, your skills, especially if you want to teach or go to a stage and bring your students. You have to do something that we have today, 2022. We have informations, we have professionals that are working there, that worked there like me and many others. All right. Okay. So I went to a show with live band. All right. This is the first story. And then, okay. So I said, do you actually, this is three times, but it's the same story. All right. So I said, do you know how to play a Khaliji song? So they comes usually with Aziza Alaya. I said this, but this is not Khaliji. Do you know another one? No, but I can play with Ayub rhythm. I said, but this is not Khaliji. Do you know another one? No, I know this one. So people on this party, they want me to dance Khaliji. So what I would do? Do you understand my point? I said, okay. So the another one is like, okay, are we going to dance Khaliji? Maybe the musicians, they will know. Morocco musicians, they usually knows more than any other musicians like Lebanon, Lebanon. The most musicians we have, it's from Lebanon, from Syria, and from Egypt. And they, until today, okay, they will say Adani or Saudi, all right? And most of the time they don't play in the right way. They will play like an Egyptian rhythm, like Malfouf, or which it changes completely the mood, the harmony, the originality from the Gulf. Do you also get my point? So I get, then another time, maybe they will know Ana Shaki, you know, maybe another one, that's it. So another time I said the musicians like this, I said, okay, so can we do any song? Then I gave the like T dash dash T dash dash, which is Dabki, and I always say this to the musician, for example, and then I said, can we do it in, and I said that there is the song, and they changed, so I said, I don't know, choose another one and put the Adani rhythm, and then it's going to be Khaliji. Okay, then I show the song, I say, oh no, I don't have this Adani, my keyboard don't have this one, there is only the old one. Okay, so, but then I have the tabla player, the derbakist player, which can help me. All right, it was okay, but I have to do this. Then another time, I asked him, this is where it's going to be the whole point for this, our conversation, all right? All right, so they say, I said, okay, so which song do you know how to play? So let's say he said, I know, ha 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 ha. Okay, good, ha 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 ha. It's Khaliji. Okay, so I said, which rhythm are you going to use? Do you have? No, I don't have any Khaliji rhythm on my keyboard. So I'm going to do Ayub. I said, Ayub is not Khaliji. He said, no, but nobody knows. It's okay. I know. You understand? Okay, so I said another one. He said, no problem. So we can do Malfouf. I said, no, Malfouf. No, no problem. So how can we work like this? And also, I'm saying about people that they asked also, specifically, they want a Khaliji song on my show as well. What I did. So, what you would do? You just going to say, okay, let's put some music with CD or something? You cannot do this. Also because it's not going to be nice for the band. So, why this happens when it's not Arabic countries? Because just 10 years, from 10 years to now, we have more informations about Khaliji, about rhythms, but still, for example, my students, they have with them, because I send everything we work, I send to them. They have music that I am sure 85% from all musicians in all of the world, of course not Arabic country, I'm not talking Arabic country, they don't know, even they are Arabic, all right? They will know only Adani, Rumba Adani, which is they would take the, they are going to mix them. So, but they are. So they are not interested, because still people are not asking much. And then when they ask, they just say that, they don't care. So me, I'm going to try to, if I work more with one musician or not, this is like what I'm telling you. If you have some musicians that you have to work always, try at least to give a music to him, to give a rhythm, different rhythm, which is not Adani, for him, so he can do a different work, and it's going to be nice if you like Gulf rhythms and Gulf music, and to add a Gulf music on your performance. Sometimes they might know how to play, but not the lyrics. So I also say, okay, so do it without the lyrics, no problem, just do it, the Khaliji, so we can increase this for us that we love Khaliji, and then we can add in our performance and to do something special, not something like boring, because it depends how they are going to play. It's going to be boring. So even sometimes belly dancers had the lack for to know if the music it's like really Khaliji or not. And this is, I'm not talking for you to like, okay, go to memorize and to know 100% a specific rhythm, because they can be mixed. We usually going to dance Khaliji pop music, all right? And but to actually, we have more material, we have more how to deal with, all right? Because the musicians, if just we were waiting them, they just don't care. But sometimes we might do all this and nothing will change, but we have to at least try it. At least this is what I think, and this is how I lived all my life. You know, always I'm trying to do something that is right for me, and that I want to be good, as I'm doing with my students, as I'm here with you, okay? Also trying to talk with you through my experiences all over from this, I don't know, 36 years of dancing experience that I have. What I will do, first thing, don't judge 100% something that you might see it on YouTube. What I mean, maybe you're going to see my show somewhere, and if you know a bit, you're going to say, oh, maybe this is Malfouf rhythm. But she say that Malfouf rhythm, it's not Khaliji, but she's dancing Khaliji. Yeah. Why? Because this is what I could do. But then you, belly dancer, it has to be, you're going to has to transform the difference from the show, the difference from the style. You are the one who is going to turn the key to be magic. You are the magic. You are the soul. You're going to become the soul of the Khaliji mood. Because if you don't know how to use your technique well, if you don't know how is the real rhythm and the real way to deal with it, it will be something not cool at all. Do you know what I mean? So, don't forget that I'm not talking about like, okay, any song I can do Khaliji, all right? Any song. The same way we belly dance with samba, with we do mix with rock and roll, with any other songs that are not sharky, Rex sharky, all right? This is the same of Khaliji. Khaliji locals, they go to holidays like in summertime in Lebanon or in Egypt, and if they are minded listening, for example, Sawah, all right, then they are going to dance Khaliji steps only, and that's okay. So we can do Khaliji dance with any song. This is easy, but it's not what I'm talking about. So take those tips, write it down, and study them and remember them. So believe me, it's going to cut short a bit from your way, from your experience, that you can like jump knowing a bit more so it can go faster. I don't know if you understood what I mean, if it was right the way I said, but I think you did, right? We have many forms to study, to different styles to study and really achieve a wonderful performance. Talking about the Khaliji, right? But imagine if I come to a musician, at least here in Brazil, not well, but some places, Swedish, they have some Iraqi, so they you're gonna have a musician or that they're from Iraq, or they can play Iraq, or some DJ. Also in USA, in America, they have some musicians from Algeria, from Morocco, or so one or another they find. But here in Brazil, at least I don't know. I know like they might have a singer or something, but still there are many new musicians. You know, I was out for 22 years, so much new musicians till now, but I still don't know yet anyone that like will be from Gulf, nowhere. Maybe in America they will have some, but I don't know. But here in Brazil we don't. So imagine I'm going to say, okay, I want Rada style. We have to dance as the music goes. This is we have this expression in Brazil. Yeah, sometimes we have to. Sometimes we have to, even if it's not exactly the right thing. Like you're dancing Khaliji, but with Malfouf rhythm. But you have to. There is no another way. This is not because you want. This is because the musician don't know. You understand my point? And this goes to any other side that you feel different. And as I said, you think this happens or not in Arabic countries? This happens in Arabic countries. Like maximum they were playing Adani faster or slowly, but in Malfouf way. Tak, 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 you know, like boom, 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 boom. I was like, and in the beginning I was like, but there is something weird. Why can I not put the right movements? Why can I not feel? Maybe he's playing too fast. Okay, so next day I said, can we do it, the same song, slowly? Okay, no problem. Same, I was dancing and I was like, oh my God, what is wrong? The rhythm, it doesn't match with the melody. So what I did in this case, if it's too much and I cannot follow the rhythm, I do follow the melody. This is another tip for you. You have to choose one instrument if they are not together. If you're not feeling comfortable with one or another, choose one and goes. So then, okay, let's do it another song. The same thing happened. So I start to understand, I understood that it was not the right rhythm. And then I start to realize and studying to get where I am now about understanding. Put on the song and then listen. One rhythm, try to do only the rhythm. Listen, you know, separate, spare them and do your training. You're going to see also how how you're going to develop your reading and also technique. I think I already really said everything I was supposed to say for you today, and I hope you liked it. I hope it was going to be useful for you, this information. If you want to know about my online courses, just you find them on the feed, or you can just ask me on email or DM me, all right? Different Khaliji countries, all right? Very big, sending you hug. Please take care.